Hi, I'm Marta from the Piano Gal Shop in downtown Sun Prairie, Wisconsin, and today I'm going to show you how to play 3 really popular songs that only have 3 chords and are all in the key of C major. Okay, so for our 3 songs, we're going to need a C chord, which is our root chord, an F chord, which is a 4 chord, and a G chord, which is our 5 chord. So on the piano, we're going to have C on the bottom in our bass clef, and then C, E, and G makes a C chord. Our 4 chord is going to be made up of F in the bass clef, and then F, A, C. And then our G chord is going to have G in the bass clef, and then G, B, D. So you put them together and you've got C, F, G, and back to C. And that's it. So the first song that I'm going to teach you the chords for is Brown Eyed Girl by Morrison. So to play Brown Eyed Girl, it's quite simple. All you need are the chords that I showed you. So you've got your C, your F, your G, and then back to your C. So if we play them all in that position without any singing, we're going to do a back and forth rhythm like this. And I'm going to go through and kind of name off your chords with it. C, F, C, G. That was the basic way to play all the chords. What I'd like to show you next is some inversions on the chords to make, 1, it sound a little bit better, and 2, it's actually going to make it easier for you to navigate around the keyboard because your hands are going to jump around a little bit less on the piano. So an inversion is moving around some of the notes that are within the chord. So for our C chord, I had showed you C, E, and G. We're going to invert it to take the C and move it to the top of the chord. So E, G, and C. Then when we move to our F chord, all you have to do is move up a step. So C to F. Now for our G chord, we had G, B, and D. Let's invert it and move the D down to the bottom. So from C, inverted, F, root chord, G, back to C. Let me show you that one more time. C, F, G, back to C. So when we add it in with the rhythm for the song, our back and forth rhythm like this, it'll sound like this. As you can see, my hands are actually moving around a lot less, but I'm playing the same chords, which is going to make it a lot easier once we add in the singing. If you want to really get fancy, I'm going to show you how to play that riff at the beginning so that you can really tell that you're playing Brown Eyed Girl. So at the beginning, we've got the following chord changes. C, F, C, G. And you're going to play through that 2 times. Now we're going to add in the following melodic line. And you're going to play that through 2 times. E, F, G, F, E, A, B flat, C, B flat, A, F, G, F, E, B, B, C, D. So now we're going to add it with the left hand. after that. All right, the second song I'm going to show you how to play today using the same 3 chords of C, F, and G is Cecilia by Simon and Garfunkel. So we're going to use those same basic chords. And this rhythm. Just like for Brown Eyed Girl, we're going to play our C major chords, C, F, and G, or 1, 4, and 5. We're going to use inversions so that, one, it's easier to play, you're moving your hands around less, and it just gives it a little bit of a different sound. So for our C chord, C, F, and G in the bass clef, just like before. But for our C chord in the right hand, playing C, E, G, we're going to play the first inversion, which means to move the C up to the top of the chord. Then, conveniently, our F chord is going to stay in its root position, meaning it stays on F as the starting note. So then you're going to move up to F, A, and C. So C chord, then for our G chord, G, B, and D, we're going to play our second inversion, which means we're going to actually move the D down to the bottom, and then play our G in the bass clef. So when we put it together, we're moving our hands around very little. C, F, G, and back to C. That makes it a lot easier to play, especially if you're going to be adding the vocals later on. All right, so for Cecilia, let's go ahead and put it all together with our chord inversions, and then we're going to add in the vocals. Oh, Cecilia, you're breaking my heart, you're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees, I'm begging you please to come home, come on home. All right, for our third and final song in the key of C major with only 3 chord changes, we're going to do one of my all-time favorite songs, which is Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash. So for Ring of Fire, we've got the 3 basic chords. We've got C, F, and G, just like the other 2. And then our C chord, our F chord, and our G chord. And we're going to do a very simple kind of oompa rhythm throughout the song. So for this song, just like the other 2, the easiest thing to do, especially if you're using these chords to accompany yourself with your vocals, is to use inversions so that you're moving less on the piano. So for our C chord, we're going to use the first inversion. So we've got C in the bass, C, E, G, but then move your C to the top. Then you're going to play your 4 chord or your F in root position, and all you're going to do is slide up a little bit. So C to F. And now your G chord, you've got G, B, and D. Move your D down to the bottom and play a second inversion chord. So if we put all that together, we've got C, F, G, and then back to C. And then our oompa rhythm. play Johnny Cash's Ring of Fire really without playing that quintessential riff that's in the song. So if you want to get fancy and learn the riff, it happens at the beginning of the song, and then it happens in the middle, and you can even throw it in at the end. So I'm going to teach that to you right now, so hopefully you can add that to the song when you play. So our chord changes in the bass clef are as follows. We've got C, F, C, then C again, G, and then C. And in rhythm, it'll be C, F, C, C, G, C. Now here's the fun part. We've got, starting on E, then F, then F sharp. And then you're going to repeat that. Now we need to add in the left hand with it. Otherwise, it doesn't sound quite as fancy. So we're going to add that in. And then you'll go into the rest of the song.